Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are keeping well. So today we are starting our lesson number 3 in science, and the name of the lesson is the skeletal system. So before starting the lesson, I would like you just to recall what is a system. This you have studied earlier also. So a quick recap, that our body is made up of many cells, small cells, right? And many kind of cells, they together form a tissue. Then many tissues together, they form a organ. Many organs together, they form a system. When they work for a particular cause, they form a system. And then the system, many systems together form the body. So this word system has come from here. Okay? And here in this lesson, we are talking about skeletal system. Children, you know we have many systems in our body. We have breathing system in our body, we have excretory system, circulatory system, muscular system, and skeletal system also. So in this lesson particularly we are talking about a skeletal system. What is skeletal? What do we mean by that? So for that I would like all of you just to touch your body, touch your hands, feel your hands. Can you feel something hard inside? Yes? What is that hard thing inside your body? These are bones. Okay, and together all these bones, they form the skeleton of our body. So in this lesson we are going to read about the skeletal system of a human body. Obviously my skeleton will be different than that of an animal, than that of a lion or maybe an elephant. So our skeletal systems are different. So in this lesson we are reading about human skeletal system. I would like all of you just to look inside your book. In your book, page number 213, this complete picture is given. I hope all of you can see. Can you see this? So here, this is the skull. Okay? In the center here, this is the rib cage. Right? These are the limbs, the upper limbs. These at the bottom are the lower limbs, and you can see that there are many small tiny bones in your hands, in your palms, in your toes. So many bones. Have you ever counted how many bones are there in your body? Actually, an adult human body is made up of 206 bones. So an adult has how many bones? 206 bones. Why are we saying adult? Because a baby has more bones, and that is why a baby's body is very soft. They can curl easily. But an adult human being has only 206 bones. Now the question comes, why do we need a skeleton in our body? What is the need? What would happen if we remove the skeleton from our body? If that will happen, we won't be able to stand or sit. We won't be able to move our body at all. So first thing, the first function is that it provides a framework of our body. It gives shape to our body, right? And the second thing is that it protects my internal organs. Human body has many delicate, soft, vital organs. My brain is there, which is very soft and delicate. It's like a dough, right? So it is very well protected inside my skull. Same way, my heart and my lungs, very soft and vital organs of my body, but they are very well protected inside my rib cage. So they provide protection. My kidneys are protected inside my skeleton. So the third thing is that they help in the movement, right? So for this skeleton, we cannot read the whole skeleton in one go. We have to divide it into parts. So for this whole skeletal system, we will divide it into parts and then study. So the first part is the skull. The first part is the skull. The second one is the rib cage. The second part is the rib cage. The third one is the backbone. The third is the backbone. And the fourth one are the limbs. Limbs. And one more part is there, that is girdles. Okay. So we will read them in detail one by one. So first, let us read about the skull. Children, this is the picture of the human skull. So you all must have seen this picture before also, right? This skull includes the bones of our face. You can see here the forehead over here, back of our head, the jaws, the nose, all are there, right? So these bones, actually in this skull, the bones of the skull are fixed apart from only one. And which is the one which is not fixed? That is the lower jaw. Only this lower jaw is not fixed, this can move, but rest all the bones here in the skull are fixed, they cannot move at all. This skull is why important? Because it protects the brain inside. Now what is there? If you cut open this, inside it is a very soft organ, that is brain, right? And you know that the brain is the CPU of our body. It only instructs us what to do, how to feel, how to see, how to hear. Everything is managed by this brain only. Okay. Now this portion, I just want to say that you must be wondering that I said that only the lower jaw is movable, the upper jaw doesn't move. How to show it? Now this I can show by showing my hand like this. If my fingers are my upper jaw and this thumb is the lower jaw, then this way, this is the movement, right? The lower jaw is only moving, the upper jaw does not move at all. I hope this is clear to you. Next we come to the second part, the rib cage. You can see the diagram of the rib cage. These are thin curved bones, you all can see. And here in the center, this front side is the breastbone. The other name for this is the sternum. It's a very strong bone. And behind this only, we have these, inside this cage only, we have our lungs and the heart. Okay, right? So this sternum, the ribs are attached to this sternum in the front. From the back side, these ribs are attached to the backbone. Right? All together, how many ribs are there? There are 12 pairs of ribs. 12 this side you can see, 12 this side you can see. So there are 12 pairs of ribs, but there is a difference. The 10 pair of ribs form the complete circle and they are joined. From the front side they are joined to the sternum and from the back side they are joined to the backbone. But the last two, I hope you all can see, the last two, they are called as floating ribs because they are joined to the backbone but they are not joined to the sternum. You can see them hanging down and these two ribs are known as the floating ribs. What is the importance of this rib cage? That it protects our heart and our lungs. Now let's come to the next picture. The next we are talking about the backbone. You can see this backbone, right? The backbone or the spine, it is made up of 33 small bones. If you will count from top to bottom, there are 33 small bones called as vertebra. And these bones together, when they join together, they form this vertebral column. Now, what is there? Why is this backbone so important? Because inside it is the spinal cord, which runs from the carries all the messages from the brains and sends it to the other part of the body. So there is a bunch of nerves called as spinal nerves, spinal cord, which runs through it, and that is why the backbone becomes very important for our body because it is protecting the spinal cord, which is very delicate again. And this only provides, because of this only we get all the sensation and all the messages from the brain, right? Next we come to the next important part of our skeleton, and that is the limbs. Now limbs, we have two limbs, two pairs of limbs, the upper limbs and the lower limbs. So this is the picture of the upper limb, and you can see the first long bone from your shoulder till your elbow. This is called as humerus. The name is humerus. And then there are two thin bones here, and then we have our wrist and the fingers. Okay. Now there are many tiny bones in this area. Many tiny bones. So what does the upper lip consist of? It consists of the upper arm, the lower arm and the hand, the wrist, the palm and the fingers, right? And all these bones together help us to lift and hold the things. So this is the upper limb. Next we come to the lower limb. Now this is the picture of the lower limb. What does it consist of? It consists of a thigh bone. Now this bone, please children pay attention. This is the longest and the strongest bone of our body. What is the name of this bone? It is called as femur. Okay. So this is the thigh bone, which is the strongest and the longest bone of our body. Then you see the kneecap. Then there are two thin bones in the lower leg. Then you have your ankle and your toes. So together all these things, they form our lower limb. Together they form our lower limb. And all these bones together help us to walk, to stand and to sit. I hope this is clear. Shall we move on? Next we come to the girdles. In the human body, we have two girdles. One is the shoulder girdle, the other is the hip girdle. Right? The shoulder girdle is also known as the pectoral girdle, and this is also known as the pelvic girdle. Now why these are important? Because from the shoulder girdle you can see here, this is the collarbone. Okay, this is the collarbone, and this shoulder girdle connects the upper part of the body and the forelimbs. It consists of these shoulder blades and the collarbone. These are the shoulder blades which you can see behind these ribs. These are the shoulder blades and this is the collarbone. So this is the shoulder girdle. The other name is the pectoral girdle. Then this picture, this is the hip girdle. Okay. This is the hip girdle and it connects the spine with the hind limbs. Right. Now when we have studied all these small parts of the skeleton, what is the function of the skeleton? So let us now come to functions of the skeletal system. The functions of the skeletal system. Mainly there are four functions of the skeletal system. So we come to the functions of the skeletal system. So what are the functions? The functions, the first function, what is the first function? That it gives shape and support to our body. As we discussed earlier, it gives shape and support. I am writing in short, gives shape and support to our body. Coming to the second function is it protects all our internal delicate organs, right? Like the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the brain, they are protected very well inside this skeletal system. So it protects important organs. The second function is that it protects internal soft organs. Coming to the third function is, as we discussed earlier, that it helps in the movement of the body. So helps in the movement. Now what is the fourth one? This we did not study earlier. The last one is that our bones contain a very soft tissue called as bone marrow. And this bone marrow is responsible for making new blood cells in our body. So that is an important function. So it contains a soft substance called as bone marrow. Soft substance called as bone marrow. And what is the function of bone marrow? To make new blood cells. To make new blood cells. So, I hope this much is clear to you children. The skeletal system, we studied about the skeletal system. How many bones are there? 206 in an adult human being. Then in how many parts can we divide our skeletal system? We can divide them into brain, into our skull, then the rib cage, then the backbone, then limbs and the girdles. And we studied about each one of them. Then we came to the functions of the skeletal system. What is the first function? That it gives shape and support to the human body. Second, it protects the internal soft organs. What are the internal soft organs? Our heart, our lungs, our brain, our kidneys. Okay. Then the third one, it helps in the movement, because it is because of our bones only that we are able to move. Then the fourth one, the bones contain a soft substance known as bone marrow, and this bone marrow is responsible for making new blood cells. So this is the function of the skeletal system. I hope it is clear to you children. So please revise the lesson. Thank you.